Hey, I've missed you guys. It's been a couple of minutes. I've been busy doing all the behind the scenes stuff, but it's so nice. We are painting. We're not doing we've done a bit of coloring pencil, water markers, crayons and whatnot. So today we're going in for the good old fashioned pastel color. Yay! So I picked this up from last week. All right, and this is from Beifa. Yep. And we have the 6 colors, the green, blue, yellow, red, you know. So let's make some magic with this. So I'll be unboxing this and also reviewing, how this goes. Oops. Take a bit to open. Okay. There you go. Okay. All right. So we have this. There's red, blue, yellow, the 3 primary colors. There's white and black, and 1 elementary color, which is green. And you get green by mixing red and yellow. Okay. I'm using different sizes of brushes. This, and I'm putting it here so it doesn't smudge my paper. I have this here. Different shades to go into different parts of the artwork. All right, this is manufactured in China, Nigeria, Africa. We need to start manufacturing our own art supplies. Okay, we can do it. Let's do it. Okay, so we do it. I'm coloring from the coloring book I produced. Yep, there you go. That's my copy. You should get yours. Just send us a message. All the links are in the description. Okay, if you're interested, it's available in our art store. And I've made quite a number of, I've painted some artworks. Let me wait a bit. This is lagging. Okay, so we have that here, and then let me go ahead. I just opened this, so I have just 1 or 2 paintings that I've done. Painted the 3 boys playing football in the spirit of World Cup. I painted this beautiful girl in a garden. That's already up on the channel. You guys would have seen in one of my shots. And I think that's all I've painted. I have about 9 or 10 pictures in this coloring book, but they are very intricate. They are very intricate designs, so you could spend days coloring just one, so you get what for your money. All right, and it comes with the, if you wanted to come with the art supply like your coloring pens and all, you indicate this one will get the coloring book. You have your own coloring tools, that's fine. So today we'll keep it super simple. We'll be painting this pattern. So just pick it because it's simple and yeah, it's easy to walk around with. So this is what we'll be working with. So let's go. let's go, let's go, let's go. I always love starting with yellow. I don't know. I'm a yellow fan. So let's go, let's go, let's go. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Now I want to start with the biggest brush. So let's go. I'll just put a dab here. Look at that. Look at the yellow. Oh, wrong with yellow. Anytime you're having an interesting day, I don't like a bad day, because even on supposedly bad days, you know, you learn something, you get something, you get better, learns and all. So on very interesting days, which I've had quite a lot of them this week, yellow is such a good to go, you know, it brings in the sunshine. So I always give me some yellow. I'm a yellow girl, you know. I love yellow in my artworks. Okay, so I'm thinking, yeah, I want to make the core yellow. So we'll take the palette, the rest of the palette from the center. So I want to use this yellow color as the anchor for the rest of today's painting. I think I might have to put something on the next page so it doesn't bleach, because I'm working with a water-based medium and you know how they can be. So let me get something to put on the next page. Okay, that's a good one. Keeps telling me about rotation, patterns, and I'm good. Guys, if you're here, please double tap on the screen, like the video. So it's election season in so we should actively be involved in civic, duties, governance, and nation development. So if you're a young person in Nigeria, by now you expect to see that's the voters card. All right, register, get your PVC, and vote the different cadres of leaders, the local government chairman, all right, the House of Rep, House of Assembly, different state levels, the governors, and the president. All right, let's not leave things to chance. Our vote counts, okay? Don't um don't be thrown away by naysayers. Our vote actually counts, okay? Go out and do your bit as a responsible citizen of the nation. Thank you. So I was saying about the color yellow. Color have emotions. Colors have emotions. So that's why you won't see certain color used for certain events. You won't see a dress code for the event. If it's a solemn, not so happy event, you most likely not see yellow as part of the colors theme for that day. You most likely see white, black, beige, deep blue, just muted colors that just present the mood of the event or the context. And on the other end, when it's a very happy celebratory moment like wedding, naming ceremony, childbirth, birthday, wedding anniversaries and all, you see the very bright colors like yellow, the orange, even white, yeah. Which with different, very colorful expressions like pink, red, I think red is big in China. Red is an hallowed color in China celebrations. I think they use it big time in their wedding celebrations. That's the color red. And I think the Igbos in Nigeria too, they are big on red. And the Edos are big on red, but because of the beads and all, yeah, and the artworks, the terracottas and all that they work with. So you tend to see terracotta brown, terracotta brick red, maroon tones in their wedding and their okukum bright colors are very colors can be very cultural in this, and it's good to have, I call it color intelligence, to know the color that works for what society context, what event, and what personality are you dealing with. You see some, they love it white, muted, blue, and whatnot, So yeah, let's be color intelligence. So I'm just going to go in with the other primary. I want to make the cycle primary colors. So I'll go in with the blue here and the red there, the blue here and the red here. Yeah. So let's go. Red, blue, and red. Okay, so blue comes here, red comes there. Where is my blue? There you go. Color blue. Yeah, yeah. The very first poster color I ever worked with was the Monami poster color. Shout out to my dad. So, it was like that very first person that invested, contributed to my heart development. And I'm eternally grateful to him, and it's the memory of him. He's gone on to rest with the Lord now, and yeah, I'm grateful for him. God bless you, Dad. You're amazing. You're amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I guess one of these days, I don't have talked about it in a couple of my videos, but going through grief, navigating the loss of a loved one, and moving on with life after that, and just honoring and celebrating their memory. It's a lot to unpack, especially in a unique and dynamic society like Africa, Nigeria especially, where you have other dynamics like work, like friendship, even people in relationship, or even those that are already married with children, and different things calling for your attention. And you just have to like show up, but still dealing with that heartache and that growth, losing this very special person, and still having to move on and carry on beyond that, and still preserving the beautiful memory of them, carrying it, not in grief anymore. After a while, you heal, and when you think about it, you don't think about it with the heart of, oh my god, this and that, breaking their interest and all that. You're just grateful for that time you're on earth, and you just make certain things that you feel could have been, and you just, yeah, look forward to the future. And do what you can do, even to honor their memory, and just move on. Just move on in the sense of you honor their memory, but you're not stuck in a place where um the pain, you know right, get that one of the pain just fell. Give me a minute. Okay. Let's continue. How was I? Yeah. Okay. Let's go there. So I was talking about being able to. So I was talking about being able to use the memory to do something good and amazing rather use the memory to do something good and amazing rather than just being stuck in place, you know, and whatnot. So process, but don't stay there. Just deal with it and let it go, okay? Don't pretend, don't act like you're not happy, you're not bothered, you're really bothered. It's okay to be bothered. Losing a loved one, it's a lot. And it's okay if you feel sad about that. It's the normal thing to do. So don't feel like you have to act up or perform for anyone. No, that would be so unkind to yourself. So fully process that experience, allow the emotions be. If you need to cry, cry. It's okay, let it out. Don't perform. I think that's what I'm trying to say. Don't perform for anyone or try to look put together. Just be, process the emotions fully. Just deal with it that season and let it go when it does. Don't try to rush through it. Don't try to like, oh, I need to, yeah. If you need to get help, talk to someone, professional counseling, that's fine, that's okay. But don't try to hurt all, oh, I'm strong, I have to speak for. Don't be strong for nobody. Be strong for yourself. That's the best way to be strong for anybody. Amen? All right. So there you go with this one. And I'll move on to the next one. Globe. I think I'll just paint all the reds before I move on to another color. I think that just works. That works well. Okay, going in with the last part of blue for the primary color circle. So when last did you do art? To just relax? Not for schoolwork, not for sip and paint, when you're hanging out with friends, but just, oh, I feel stressed, I want to make some art. When last did you do that? Which is what I actively encourage people, or let me rephrase that. I encourage people to actively do, because life is so dynamic. You can have a whole lot in the day that can literally stress you out. Being able to just paint away and all, it's an amazing way to distress, to just let your hair, you know, and just breathe, So do you some art therapy as much as you can. Okay, it's good food.